If you're looking for a better way to proudly display your children's artwork, we've got the perfect craft project today. DIY guru Karen Gard of Darling Octopus is back with another creative idea that'll give your fridge and magnets a break. And my wall, I hope, Karen, because we were just talking, this artwork is so fantastic. It's like memories in the making, and you don't want to throw it out.
And there's so much of it, and I have a huge pile on my kitchen counter, and what am I going to do with it?
That's right. You're going to make one of these, and you're going to hang it up.
Yeah, and then the kids can pick out their favorite piece, hang it up, and there you go.
All right. So this is really cool. Show us how to put it together.
Okay, so this is a really simple project to put together, and it's really fun because you can kind of customize it. I did a long rectangular shape, but you could do this in a square. You could add one clip for each person in your family. You can paint it whatever color you want. So there's a lot of room to switch it up. So on this piece, I painted it with chalk paint, and then I finished it with the wax, and I added this little piece of trim. And
so you got fancy.
I got fancy.
Okay.
But on the one that we're going to work on today, I just used a wood stain.
Okay.
But I wanted to show you this trim because this is super easy if you wanted to add a little extra detail. They sell this trim at any hardware store. They'll cut it to length for you there if you want. And all you do to fix it on here is you just put a little bead of wood glue and then just some teeny little finishing nails, just a couple in there to secure it. And you put it on before you paint, and then you add an extra little detail. And it comes in all kinds of different shapes and styles. But if you want to keep it simple, this one I finished with a wood stain, and this is a weathered gray. Wood stains have all kinds of interesting colors now. You don't just have to do brown. There's also an antique white that looks like a whitewash. So there's lots of interesting products out there to use. So
this is just a plain old board from the hardware store.
This is a plain old board from the hardware store. It's a piece of pine, and this one was actually this size at the store. I didn't even have to get them to cut it for me. And it runs about $6, so not even an expensive project. So to put the wood stain on, you use a foam brush, you put it on, and then you just wipe it off with a cloth.
Do I have to sand it or anything? Or you
I just kind of sanded the edges, but this board was in really nice shape to begin with.
Okay.
So if the edges are rough, you want to give those a little sand. So after you put on your wood stain, let it dry overnight so it's not sticky, and then you come back to do the next steps. So what you're going to do is you're going to attach these clips. So these are called bulldog clips, and they sell these at art supply stores, or usually with the painting supplies, and they come in different sizes. I got the little guys because I thought they would look appropriate with the size of my board. So you're going to take your tape measure, and I've already done this part, so I wouldn't have to do it on TV, but you're gonna measure your board, and you're gonna wanna sort of space out your clips evenly. So I've gone ahead and done that step. And then what I do is I get a nail, and everywhere I'm gonna put in a screw, I just kind of nail my nail in just a little bit, maybe a quarter of an inch, and pull it out.
Start a hole.
So then I have a hole for my screw, and it's going to make this a lot easier for me.
You could do that with a little drill, but you're keeping this super simple.
Yeah, yep. You could do it with a little drill, but I just thought I would use things that everybody definitely has on hand. So the trickiest part of this whole project is finding a screwdriver that's skinny enough to fit through your clip so that you can screw the screw in.
I wondered how you did that because I saw them over there, and I was like, now how did she take them apart?
Yeah, I had to go through all my screwdrivers to find the right size one. But you're going to put your screw in the bottom part of the clip, and then put your screwdriver all the way through.
We've got about 30 seconds or so.
Okay, and then you screw it in.
And that's how you do it, so you don't, I'll hold it so it's steady, you don't have to, you're not taking those clips apart.
Nope. You just have to find a
your way through there.
skinny screwdriver. And then the last thing that you want to do, you put all your clips on, and then you have to add something to mount it to the wall. So I added these little picture hangers. You put them in with little nails. But if you have really little kids, you might want to think about screwing this directly onto the wall, so it's not going to fall off if they're clipping stuff themselves.
I love this. And with the chalkboard paint, and you mentioned a wax.
Yes.
That kind of, does that help finish it a little bit?
Yeah, because the chalkboard paint is very dry, and the wax will make it smooth and seal the paint.
But if you wanted to get super fancy, if you had the chalkboard paint, could you then just like write the, oh, I did this today, or age 3, or
oh yeah,
name
if you didn't
or
seal it, you could definitely do that.
Love it. Karen, such great ideas.
Thank you.
We just like rejoiced when she came into the studio today because I haven't seen you in like a year.
I know, it's been a long time.
It's been too long. Great ideas. Another creative one from Karen Gard. You can learn more about getting crafty and creative. Connect with Karen by visiting darlingoctopus.com. She is all over social media, so be sure to follow her on Instagram at Darling Octopus Decor. Great Greg, what do we have coming up? See if you can beat this.